Let's talk about home labels today. Raspberry Pi and water prices. Why I need to document my HomeLab. HomeLab. Home server. Why should I add my WordPress personal blog? Deployed on this tiny Raspberry board of mine. Development board. Deploying on a stable cloud as a service. Why is that? Then I'll record this thing now. So let's say I have a blog. I wrote for 5 to 10 years. My domain name is 2016.com. Up to now, it is now 2025. About 9 years. You said this domain name. I started out to blog. Then I wrote for 3 to 5 years. Traffic to this blog. It stabilizes to about 300 to 500 traffic per day. But because I have no experience, I did not make a backup of cloud as a service. It costs about $1 a month, or $10 for the amount of this backup. I think it's too expensive, so I don't have a backup. I didn't manually back up. I didn't know much about installing WordPress before. Using a panel to install WordPress, then it won't back up the multi-mirrorable image either. A cloud is a service provider. I don't know if anyone knows. I took it apart and called it VULTR, Cloud as a Service Provider. I think so. Relatively speaking, this manufacturer with a bit of fame. I'm spending $5 a month on this. Just to deploy a blog. Probably a CPU. 1 GB of memory. Then 20 gigabytes of disk storage. Deploying WordPress, if it will lead you to this server. Relatively speaking, compare a card. So I optimized its virtual memory. Under such circumstances, I just reluctantly put this WordPress blog can be provided to external normal access, some small traffic. Let's say 100 visitors per day. This blog of mine, there are no commissions or advertising revenue. 10 years without making $10. So that's it. The server pays in negative and negative terms every month. $5 a month, that's the first thing. The most infuriating thing is VULTR, Cloud as a Service Provider. Maybe there was a reform at that time. Before, he would text me every month or two. Said his server was being repaired. Then my blog. After that, my related service business may be suspended. Then wait a day and it may recover. Is that so? This has happened a dozen times. So I didn't pay much attention. Then he'll probably be fine the next day, although it affects the stability of my network. But it can also be, but since 2 or 3 years ago, he didn't say it once. But I guess he's inside. Change all low-end servers to raise the price. Then mine is because of the old version from a long time ago. This server costs $5 a month. He wanted to change it to $6 or $6 or $10. Then he directly took my server. It was canceled. All my data is gone. Then I spent 5 years, $5 a month. Then it's about $60 a year. 60-300美元 for 5 years. And Google, which I managed to run. WordPress ranking reached the top 10. Then there is a lot of traffic. He killed my blog. All my article data is gone. Then he ended up just paying coupon for 2 months of servers. That's 10美元, 2 for $5. How do you make me accept this? All my blogs are gone. Just a fluttering $10. Just give me 5 years. All wasted. From now on, I've developed 2 habits. Before I make this backup. By the way, WordPress backup plugins also require a fee. There are also free ones, but it tends to castrate some function. It cannot achieve the function of your complete whole site backup. So anything, you either rely purely on technology to do it or use someone else's mature business ecosystem to pay. I haven't earned my personal blog through WordPress yet. Before earning a certain amount of money. I can't do it for servers or plugins or some other third-party resources. A steady stream of payments. It doesn't make any sense to us. I'm just casually recording and sharing. So from now on, it's firm. I use the concept of HomeLab home server. Go and deploy this WordPress personal blog. Because even if I don't back him up, but my data is always local. As long as I am local, my own Raspberry Pi, or that the computer is not broken, then my data is always there. Even if I don't get sprayed, at most, after his cloud as a service failed, my agent's traffic cannot penetrate the public network. No public network access. But I'll just change to a cheap server. I can still deploy it to the public network, even take advantage of home broadband. Home provided IPv4 and IPv6. I don't use the cloud as a service. Without any payment, I can still get it on the internet. Access to the world. That's the first thing. So all the data in the HomeLab is in your hands. I'm not worried about it being repaired anytime. It will be destroyed at any time. You have no control over your data. What does it do? You don't even know the first point. The second point is the local server. Before you put it on and take it off to the official website, you can practice well by yourself. You can choose the panel to deploy WordPress with PHP. You can also use Dork to deploy WordPress. You can also use third-party LAS, related applications. It helps you integrate a system to deploy WordPress. You can experiment with the services and technologies you want. You can choose the memory and disk you want. Relative to the server, you spend $5. The disk is only 20 gigabytes. But if you are local, you have $5. It might be 100 gigabytes or 200 gigabytes. This memory is often more than 10 times, dozens of times, completely adequate. You can deploy 100 WordPress blogs instead of starting with one card. I also have an advantage in numbers. The third is you can practice your backup locally, like a doctor's backup. It doesn't have to go through that network, even if the internet is disconnected. You can also see your data locally. You can be the fourth. You can make a conscious choice. Take this blog. I suddenly don't want to be public anymore. I am local. I visit by myself. Then I will penetrate the external aspects of this blog. Turn it off, but I want to publish what I want to make public. I will open the other content. You have a choice. Instead of saying you deploy on this public server, anyone can just scan your port, attack you, carry out this boss attack on your traffic. Anyway, but I want to make one point here. He is only suitable for me. Cloud as a service provider. I no longer trust the cloud as a service. I use his official website, but I will definitely not deploy it on it, because I can't take it the next time the data is not backed up in time or destroyed. That's the first thing. And the second is what? Second, this HomeLab is suitable for people like me, except for world prices, an FMBT1 live stream, and Monero mining. There are also some third-party businesses, including its own entertainment game business. So let's just say I don't want my data to be monitored by others. Even if you buy a NAS now, NAS provided you with WordPress or various free ones that can be used immediately. What album? Or video or a game or something like that. But I don't trust them at all. Who knows if these commercial products have a backdoor? Who knows about these commercial products? Will he take your server? Do some bandwidth. P2P traffic processing for some networks. Who knows if he will collect privacy to make some malicious payments to you or deduct money or something like that. Then you encounter any problems. You have to wait for him to update or follow up in time. There's nothing you can do for ordinary people. It's enough to buy a last or commercial service. For me, because I am a front-end programmer myself. I also understand Python. Java. Then I also want to toss some open source software or hardware, including AI models. I like it. I like the lack of privacy. No performance limitations. You don't have to pay for this open source environment. And I build my own however I want. Own business. I can use whatever I want. Although this will take more time. It takes more effort. There's a lot of frustration. But once you deploy it successfully, you can use it for a long time. 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. No. It costs a lot of money. Because even without these things, I will still install this 1 gigabit broadband. Even without this thing, I still use digital media to run some of my open source business. Then why directly? I don't consider the cloud as a service. Deploy on premises. Then choose your own IPv for free, or a cheap cloud as a service. Just forward its traffic. This is my choice. And then I found out recently my video got a lot of comments. That's why I took it casually. This pile has no rhythm. It has no structure. It doesn't make any sense. It will be pushed to you. I'm going to explain here. It's me now. I'm tired of YouTube too, this garbage algorithm. The more carefully you make, the less it recommends to you. You look at my homepage, you will find, although I didn't make it very well before, but I spent 6 hours a day or 20 hours. A video I edited was null instead. Or no one is watching. Instead, it's like this. I can say whatever comes to my mind. I will share with you some of my content. Like what? I met Volti, the garbage cloud, as a service provider. Destroy my 5-year-old blog. Downweighted my Google. Then I choose the HomeLab. Then HomeLab is not just my plus. I can also choose FMPGs, streaming. I can also choose to mine Mondo coins. I can also choose some tool stations for business and some other entertainment needs. And why did I choose something like a Raspberry Pi? I'll share it with you. I'd rather share it with you casually. Instead of saying I made it for you, of course when I need it, I'm just going to record it myself, for myself to see. But I will never be the same as before. I'll share some with you for free. My carefully crafted tutorial, you read it and you don't like it. You don't comment either. I might as well make it a carefully paid courses. Is that so? You don't waste this carefully crafted knowledge. Okay, that's the video for this issue.